Leader Nancy Pelosi all but guarantees higher taxes if the Democrats win in November. Roll tape.
I think that we should revisit tax legislation in the way that we always have, in a bipartisan, transparent way, that the result is unifying for the country.
I'm not even sure what that means, but President Trump tweeted this afternoon yesterday's primary, the Republican Party had a great night, tremendous voter energy and excitement, and all candidates are those who have a great chance of winning in November. The energy is so strong, and with Nancy Pelosi wanting to end the big tax cuts and raise taxes, why wouldn't we win? Joining us now, Congressman Louie Gohmert. Hey, Republican, of course, from Texas. Those are strong words, always strong fighting words from Nancy Pelosi. Is she so brazen, though, to put it out there like, hey, put us back in power so we can take more of your paycheck?
Yeah, well, but if you notice, Charles, and this is why it's a bit confusing to some, she said, we want a bipartisan tax increase. In other words, and what's crazy is when she was Speaker before, she would get Republicans to vote for her crazy stuff. But she wants it bipartisan so they don't get thrown out when they raise taxes, which is what they really want to do. And you, of all people, know exactly what happens to the economy when you start raising taxes like that.
In the meantime, we learned last month the U.S. had the biggest surplus in its history, $213 billion. Yeah. We've learned already 3 states are saying, hey, it's early, but we know this year we'll have surpluses anywhere from $300 million to $1.3 billion. Yep. We're seeing a record amount of job openings. We're seeing record profits from small businesses, which are the engine of the U.S. Economy. It's just amazing to me that any party would think that they could gain power going against those trends.
Well, exactly. But what I think is so wonderful from a political standpoint is that African Americans, minorities, they're beginning to see that, wait a minute, we didn't have jobs, we suffer and under the Democrats, and now we've got less unemployment than we've ever had in the history of the U.S. So maybe these Republicans can help us more than the Democrats, who just want to keep them subservient.
You know, it's interesting because that 6.6 number year over year, we have for black people over 130,000 returning to the job market. Overall, year over year, 1.3 million people in America came back into the job market, Representative Gohmert. And that to me is the ultimate survey. You can hand me a clipboard and ask me how I feel, but if you finally get me off the sofa looking for a job, hitting the bricks, it means I'm confident, and confidence has returned to this nation. Yeah. Let me ask you about last night. How are you feeling about these results? It seems to me that Republicans voters on the local level are playing the national game now. They understand, hey, no matter how I feel perhaps emotionally, we need to win overall.
Well, we've got some great grassroots people around the country that are making sure everybody understands we didn't solve everything when we elected Donald Trump. He is under assault. He will be impeached, even though they're trying to soft pedal that now, if the House goes over to the Democratic majority. So not only will they take out the president, they'll raise your taxes, and we'll go back to the misery index that we had under the Carter years. Yeah. So this is a big deal, and people understand, and they are turning out. I hate it when we see races like Rakita and Messer where they just beat each other up to a bloody pulp. We need to be more careful about that.
It's unfortunate, you know, that stuff happens, but I think ultimately both are good men, and they flip-flop, right? The result was the opposite last time around. Representative Gohmert, always great to have you on. Thank you very much.
Great to be with you, Charles. Things are looking good.
Yeah, they are. New York, well, now